Welcome back to another episode of the Save Saturdays Cascade Mountaineers Realistic Dynasty. The boys are back from summer break. It's time for summer conditioning. We've got the training results from the off-season and spring programs here. And some of these results are going to surprise you. Winchester jumps up 6 overall points. So that's good. I would say that's a success. Those are the sorts of ones we are looking for. I wish you could sort by how much they go up or down. And I did use the Dynasty, what's it called? The NCAA 14 Dynasty tool. It does dynamic draft declaration and player progression. So it's not going to be your normal linear format that NCAA likes to do. So, as you can see here, Parker Cron goes -4, loses 4 awareness. He's at a 37, but still somehow the best of the returning quarterbacks. So what you can gather from this is they're all getting cut. They're done. None of these guys are going to be on the roster next year. Next up, Chandler loses 3 overall points while Hornbeck goes up 3 overall points. I still think I'm going to cut Hornbeck and redshirt Chandler because Hornbeck just doesn't have the traits to be an elite running back. I have no idea why Chandler went down like this. It's really unfortunate, but that's a tough blow. Caleb Hale went up 3. He's probably the fastest fullback in the country, but we'll take it. Hendricks goes up 2. Lewis Key doesn't go up much. He didn't gain any athletic attributes, which kind of stinks. And that's the rest of the wide receivers. Mark Redmond, the transfer, goes up 1. He's going to be a pretty big contributor, I think, in this first season. There's the look at the rest of the tight ends. We have a lot of tight ends. They're all small though. None of them can, except for Redmond. None of them can play offensive line. Very little movement on the offensive line. Although the right guard transfer, he did. Roland Fullwood jumps up to a 72 overall. Right tackle's Barron. Left end, we're doing all right. Doing much better at right end, not left end. We have 2 70-plus overall. Brandvold is super slow. Almost would want to move him inside a D tackle. But he's a 71 overall. Might be the right move to move him to D tackle or play him at D tackle. Outside linebacker, BJ Trost, Derek Preston, and Kyle Grant all jump up. Winchester is a 76. Sanchez a 72. So as you can see, we're doing solid in the middle of the defense. We're doing all right at outside linebacker at least. Cornerback, it could be better. Weisner doesn't come in as the worst cornerback after we moved him out of safety, but Sphelia also drops 1. That's tough. Christensen +7 though. That's a nice jump for the strong safety. Knudsen jumps up +3 as a kicker. +3 for his kick power, +2 for his accuracy. Dylan Lesser drops 3 overall points though, and he loses 6 kick accuracy. So those are all of our changes. It was not good for the quarterbacks, but other than that, fairly average progression, I would say. We know where we're going right away. We're cutting all 4 of these quarterbacks. They're trash. Get done with that dead weight on the roster. Before we cut Hornbeck, I am going to go ahead and cut some of these slow, like Kyle Smith. He's too slow. Gendron, too slow. He's not going to play. And he's a senior. We're getting rid of him. That's dead weight. Lewis Key, as hard as it is, also too slow. We're going to go ahead and cut him as well. We have better players. Jatavis Reed, freshman, 90 speed. That's just more valuable to have on the field right away. Jack Adams is fringe. We're going to hold on to him just because we don't need to. We're going to cut Solomon Lloyd, though, from Wenatchee, hometown kid. See you later. We're going to hold on to all of these tight ends because Redmond, I'll have to go in and change it, but Redmond's not technically able to play right away. Duvernois, probably going to go redshirt him, but I'm excited. Not going to really be able to do much cuts on the line because it's not a strength, that's for sure. Again, not going to make any cuts on the defense really because you can cut this middle linebacker because he's never going to see the field. If there's a senior that is that far down the depth chart, I'm no problem cutting him. Rusty Phillips is going to get redshirted. Hopefully he can have a good jump in development, or he's just kind of a wasted scholarship, I would say. My cat just attacked the backstrap here. All right, yeah, so that looks like we're all good for cuts. We have 2 available spots, so we'll see if we can't get a transfer next offseason to fill those roles. Not doing anything on custom conferences. They're good as they are. I'm going to wait until do any major shifting until that year where Oklahoma and Texas are supposed to go to the Big 12. So that's what I'll do, a ton of changes to kind of mirror real life, follow real life. Also, while we're waiting here to advance to the preseason, did want to go over finances. So for expenses, we had $500,000 for coaches' salaries, $300,000 for travel, $40,000 in recruiting expenses, and then for purchases, I did buy the extra equipment for $50,000, and I bought 2 alternate uniforms, which is the full helmet, jersey, pant combo. So that's $250,000. So in all, we spent $1,090,000. But we pretty much we made that in just buy games. So gate, we made $888,000. Media, we made $500,000. Apparel, we made $350,000, and in buy games we made $2.7 million. So we netted a profit of $3.348 million. I did make some tweaks to actually make it more expensive, so I didn't have a ton of money to play with, but that's what we came out with in 2022, and I'll keep adding to that going forward. All right, so let's go check out some of the new players that we're excited for. Get them. They got a nice fit. Will Watson as a scrambling quarterback. I do not want you wearing number 12. If you a little behind the curtain here, anyone who's number 6 or has a 6 on their jersey, it actually shows up as a 0 because of the way I've made these uniforms, so we can have a number 0 on the field. But I don't want Watson to be 0. I think 5 is what I'm going to go with, actually. I'm going to change his face mask to be a traditional 2-bar, so it's not the robot running back one. It's kind of gross on a quarterback, but it's what's in there now. Kenneth Carter, we'll leave him in long white sleeves. That's a pocket passer thing to do. Does that look like a pocket passer to you guys? I feel like you should wear the DNA helmet. With this, yeah. That's a pocket passer right there. Yeah, that guy's not going to run. That dude has no wheels. All right, that's what we're going to do for CJ Spencer. And then Kenneth Carter. My boy kind of dripping for the slowest player on the field. We got to give him like a real slow person number. 14, yeah. That's a slow quarterback, 14. Garrett Humphries, new running back. I'm going to go number 30 for him. Yeah, I think that's, I don't know. I think that's good. I'm not a huge fan of the 3/4 sleeve, but it's not horrible, so I'm just going to leave it. Lowry, definitely not going to be wearing number 37. No way. 21, works for me. Let's give this guy some turf tape. There we go. Let's get rid of this taped wrist crap. Gotta have the bottom tape a little bit because of the turf tape, but no way am I letting him roll with that heavy black taped glove. No way. All right, I think that's good. He looks good. Let's get him a. Does he have a back plate? Okay, he does. Yeah, kind of small, kind of a slight guy. It's all right. Kyle Moll, that is definitely a possession receiver number and possession receiver drip. Don't even need to touch him. Sean Davis, you're definitely getting a new number. I said I wanted him to play that Debo role, so why don't we just give him Debo's number? There we go. Wow, took Caleb Hatfield's number right away. Didn't even let the guy get out the door. I know. I like it. I'm not gonna touch him. All of our wide receivers wear turf tape, apparently. Yeah, 84 is a nice slow receiver number. He's getting redshirted too with that 86 speed. Let's give him the arm brace since he's a big tight end. There we go. It's kind of ugly though. Changed my mind. We're just gonna bare arms. Gotta fix that number, otherwise it's gonna look goofy. That's the one downside to the way I do numbers with able to do 0. Kind of makes it look goofy with no 60s, but we make it work. Yeah, that's fine. Don't really care about the defensive tackle, if I'm being real honest. Let's just make sure Rusty Phillips isn't stealing. Oh, number 7? Can't have a freaking kicker. Yeah, you're 95. Can't have some of the best numbers in the game taken away by the freaking kickers. All right, let's go ahead and check out the recruiting board. Get some recruits ready to go on the board. Just to avoid auto scouting, I am going to go ahead and just add a bunch of the top prospects to my board and scout them real quick. That way I don't have to deal with any issues where a player I actually want to recruit ends up getting scouted by one of my assistant coaches and totally destroys that whole feature I had where I said I couldn't scout my recruits. That would kind of defeat the whole purpose of that rule. Oh, James Williams looks insane. I'm using Fang's revamped recruiting thing, so it gives you like better names, proper names for players and like better freshmen. So also, I'm pretty sure it makes it a lot harder. And I think it said it nerfed JUCO recruits as well. So that'd be like low-key bad for us because JUCOs are huge for this dynasty from when I've played similar ones in the past. Now let's go ahead and just go remove all those guys now that we don't have any points. All right, back down to 0. Now let's go ahead and check out, see what the state of Washington has to offer for us. Definitely gonna take a 3-star defensive tackle that wants to play for us. Absolutely. This guy looks like he'd be a running back, I guess. I don't know. He doesn't look particularly skilled at anything. We'll take a fast possession wide receiver, sure. Definitely going to take put an in-state guard on our board. We do need to kind of go hard after defense in this class, considering how much we basically ignored the position in the last class, or ignored that side of the ball. But we always have room for linemen. Don't have a huge need at wide receiver, so we don't need to take one. We'll definitely recruit this kicker, though. With how bad Rusty Phillips was, absolutely, I will take a shot on trying to win a kicker. Says he's a speed receiver, but he's not actually that fast. I don't know. We don't need a receiver that bad. Oh, it's a tight end. I thought he was a tackle for a second. I saw his squat and bench press. I was like, that dude's weak. Fairly fast defensive end here, actually. 4.66. That's not bad. All right, that's gonna do it. We're gonna get 18 18 recruits up on the board from Washington. Lost the name there for a second. Defensive end from Vancouver. He's a 60 overall. So fringe, but we'll go ahead and add him to the board. That's going to do it from Canada. So check out Alaska and Idaho. We have Canada, Alaska, Idaho, and Oregon available to us. Just a quick reminder, I did not spend any of my 3 points to unlock any new regions because I did add that it costs money to scout extra regions, and I didn't want to have to. So that is why you're not seeing anything new in terms of what states we're looking at. I think that's going to do it for who we're taking from Idaho. Or who we're going to try and get from Idaho. 4-star recruit out of Alaska. Okay, Stephen Jordan. Too bad I can't recruit you yet. We'll go ahead and take a middle linebacker and a cornerback, though. Oregon better have some good prospects, that's all I'm saying. What does this guy project as? Looks like he could be a cornerback. Also looks like he could be a running back, so we'll throw him on the board. He's got good speed. We will recruit this fullback as well. We'll add this kicker too, just in case. Hard-hitting safety out of the JUCO, yeah, we'll add him. All right, so 5 more empty spots. We'll go back and add some of the players we weren't recruiting from Washington. 4.48 speed on this wide receiver. Yeah, we'll add him. That running back is slow. This center would be a beast. Just looking at his squat, 5'4", he'd be a beast. It's probably why all 3 of those good schools are in his top 3, but we'll add a middle linebacker because we're weak at the position. We'll add this middle linebacker too, because we're, again, weak at the position. This dude's slow for a free safety. He's tall, though. He's really slow, though. I'll add him to the list and hope we don't have to recruit that guy. If we find somebody better, we will remove this guy. I got to do the 64. There's more value in this defensive end, I think. Got speed. Got pretty good acceleration, too. Yeah, should we recruit this 1-star 40 overall quarterback? No way. Parker Cron's better than this guy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna remove that free safety for that defensive end. Here is the recruiting class. As you can see, it doesn't look as talented as last year's. Not as much 70 overall talent, but I think this team could be well infused with talent from this class. We'll go ahead and finish out the red shirting, go ahead and redshirt Kenneth Carter. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna redshirt Spencer because he's the better of the two. And so if I have to be stuck with one of them, I'd rather be stuck with CJ Spencer. Hopefully we recruit a better quarterback in that time span. But that's what we have to do. Gonna redshirt Chandler, especially with his horrible drop-off. Gonna redshirt all 3 of those wide receivers, so we only have 2 left, but we do have 4 tight ends that are eligible to play. So they'll probably mix in a little bit as well. We'll redshirt that sophomore center, or right tackle, left tackle. We'll redshirt both of those sophomores. Hopefully we'll be able to move them around the line. Redshirt Wilburn and Bertelli. Salna as well, and Ashbeck, yeah. Because remember, we are going to slide over Brandvold, given how slow he is. So he's going to probably start at defensive tackle this year. Definitely not going to redshirt Trost, but we will redshirt Pruitt. So when these 2 guys graduate this year, we'll have at least 2 middle linebackers in the fold ready to go. Can't redshirt any of those guys. We'll go ahead and redshirt those 2 sophomores. So when Sevilia's gone, we have 2 ready to go. Redshirt Phillips for sure. And that's going to do it for all of our red shirts. Set up some formation subs here. Actually, we should probably set the depth chart first. All right. I'm going to put Watson at quarterback to start, with Kenneth Carter as the 2, since I redshirted Spencer. That looks good. Looks good. Mole Davis Henricks. Yep, Jatavis Reed. Oh, Henricks is an All-American. Look at that. And Burchell's going to slot in as the 6th receiver. We'll take it. Offensive line is weak. Will Watson's going to be running for his life. So we're going to leave E. Jones starting at right end, and we're going to have Brandvold start with Woods as the 2, and Krasnutski as the 3rd defensive tackle. Oops. Hit the wrong button there. Everything looks good. Let's get Sanchez out of playing cornerback. That's gross. I'm thinking we should have recruited a cornerback. Just something I'm noticing. Let's not have Sanchez start as free safety. How about that? Man, this game really wants Sanchez to play a lot. Couldn't tell you why. Kick return. Do we put... Yeah, let's put Hendricks back on the return. Let's have O.C. Lowry do it. Some kick return as well. We'll have Lowry take the punts so that Hendricks is ready to go. Doesn't get popped on any kick returns. Kickoffs definitely want Knutson. Terrence Lee, long snapper. I think that's a good depth chart to start the season. Go ahead and do our formation subs. I think everything's looking good on offense. I'm not seeing anything anywhere where I need to make a change, and I'll work with it a little bit during the off season as well. Probably gonna want to get Kyle Mull out of there. Henricks. Let's have Burchill out there. Henricks in for Kyle Mull. Don't want. Mull's a good possession receiver, but not the guy you want in that situation. I kind of want Davis at number 19, Davis, to play a similar role I have Henricks in right now, so that's a little bit tricky. I think it'll be fine though. And then let's see how this works for us. Oh, my controller's dying here. All right, there we go. That was goofy. So my big secret weapon is to put Garrett Humphreys in at middle linebacker, 57 overall middle linebacker on quarters because of his ability to keep up with quarterbacks and an 81 awareness. I think he's going to be able to do it as a QB spy, and I think it's gonna be a good two-way player for us. We'll see. It might burn me if he gets too tired and fumbles the ball at some point, but I think that's a sneaky move right there. I like this at Arizona State game. We're going to keep that in the schedule. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, let's get BYU back on the schedule. We did a home and home with BYU. Gotta make sure we get Washington in here early too. And we gotta make sure we play Boise State. Washington will never come to us. Yeah, we gotta go on the road for that game. Let's open that one up. Get a week 1 contest. No Boise State. Disappointing. Let's see. Is Boise State available? They are. We were at Boise State last year. Let's see if we can't get Arizona State back on the schedule here real quick. Let's head down to the Aloha State this year. That's a fun game. I'm not going to try to schedule only one FCS opponent if possible. Definitely getting that Alabama game off the schedule. No way. We're not going to go gut ourselves like that. First, unrealistic opponent. Why would we travel that far? No way. Yeah, we got a bye week before USC. They're not even going to see us coming. Ooh, Washington State. That's a good game to get on the schedule. All right, we need to fill one more week in the schedule. I don't want to play a week 15 game again. All right, I guess I'm not going to be able to get Arizona State on the schedule. Sad. Yeah, let's play both LA teams. $11 games in a row just doesn't seem realistic to me. We're gonna have to boot one of these teams. Let's drop this Hawaii game. None of these make geographic sense. I want BYU to be the season opener, though. There we go. Six home games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So most games we're playing in a row is 7 before we have a bye. I think it looks like a good schedule. It's a B- strength of schedule, so it'll be a decently tough. 2 preseason top 15 teams, top 13 teams in the schedule for us later in the season. So we'll see if they can hang on to those rankings. But that'll do it for the off-season part 2 episode. Next week we'll get into game number 1. Might do a little bit of practice just to see what this new squad is like. But thank you for watching. I look forward to getting into season 2 of the Cascade Mountaineers Dynasty.